Jerusalem was a city of shadows and whispers. The air was thick with the weight of what had transpired, a teacher lost, a hope extinguished. But for one man, the silence of the tomb was not just a source of grief, it was a wall of doubt. This is the story of Thomas. The disciples were huddled behind locked doors, fearful and confused, mourning the one they had followed for 3 years. Then, unexpectedly, he was there. "Peace be with you," he said. The impossible had become flesh and blood once again. But Thomas was not with them that night. He walked the lonely streets, his heart heavy with the finality of the cross. When the others told him, "We have seen the Lord," Thomas couldn't bring himself to believe. He needed more than words. "Unless I see the nail marks in his hands and put my finger where the nails were," he declared, "I will not believe." 8 days passed, 8 days of questions, of watching his brothers celebrate a joy he could not yet touch. Once more the doors were locked. Once more a hush fell over the room as a familiar presence filled the space. Jesus came and stood among them. He didn't come with a rebuke, but with an invitation for the one who struggled. He turned to Thomas and said, "Put your finger here. See my hands. Reach out your hand and put it into my side." In that moment, the wall of doubt crumbled. It was the love that knew his heart's deepest cry. Thomas cried out the most profound confession of faith recorded, "My Lord and my God." Then Jesus told him, "Because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." Thomas's story isn't about a lack of faith, but about the search for it. He wanted to be certain of the truth. The scars Jesus bore were proof of his love, a love that was stronger than death and stronger than any doubt. From that room, Thomas went out into the world, carrying a testimony that could never be shaken. He knew because he had seen. Tradition tells us he traveled far, taking the light of the gospel to distant lands, his spirit on fire with the truth he had touched. Thomas reminds us that even when we feel lost in the dark, the light is searching for us. He will show us his hands. May you find the same peace that Thomas found. May you have the courage to believe.